The Forgotten Tunnel Beneath New York, Hidden History Documentary. In the winter of 1870, beneath the busy streets of Manhattan, a strange experiment quietly came to life. It was not announced with parades. It was not celebrated with fireworks. And yet, for a brief moment, it seemed to offer a glimpse into the future. The man behind it was Alfred Ely Beach, an inventor, publisher, and relentless dreamer. While New York struggled with traffic congestion above ground, Beach imagined something radical: transportation beneath the city itself. But what he built and how quickly he built it still raises questions today. A luxury station no one expected. Visitors who descended into Beach's underground station were stunned. Instead of a dark, dirty tunnel, they found chandeliers, polished brick arches, a fountain filled with goldfish, even a grand piano. At the end of the platform stood a single pneumatic car, a cylindrical passenger capsule designed to be pushed through a tunnel using compressed air. It was elegant, quiet, clean. In just 1 year, the system reportedly carried around 400,000 curious passengers along its short 95-meter track beneath Broadway. For a brief moment, it worked. Then, it vanished. The official story. According to historical records, Beach constructed his demonstration tunnel in only a few months, working mostly at night to avoid political resistance. The tunnel was circular, about 2.5 meters in diameter, lined with brick masonry. Financial troubles following the Panic of 1873 ended expansion plans. The station entrance was eventually sealed. Over time, the building above it was destroyed by fire, and the project faded into obscurity. That should have been the end of the story. But it wasn't. The 1912 rediscovery. In 1912, during subway construction, workers reportedly uncovered remnants of Beach's forgotten tunnel. Accounts describe rails, brickwork, and traces of the original structure. Yet strangely, very little was preserved. No major museum exhibition. No large-scale restoration. No permanent monument in its original location. For a project often described as America's first subway attempt, the physical evidence seemed to disappear quietly. Why? Across the Atlantic, a familiar shape. Decades earlier, in London, another engineer had pioneered tunneling beneath the Great River. That engineer was Mark Isambard Brunel, known for developing the tunneling shield used in the construction of the Thames Tunnel under the River Thames in London. Brunel's designs featured distinctive circular tunnel structures reinforced with brick shapes remarkably similar to those later used in early subway systems. Of course, circular tunnels are structurally logical. They distribute pressure evenly. Engineers around the world arrived at similar conclusions independently. But when comparing early tunnel projects in New York City, London, and later Paris, one notices recurring architectural patterns. Circular or near-circular cross-sections. Heavy brick vaulting. Deep excavation beneath dense urban centers. Is this evidence of a forgotten global civilization? Or simply the natural evolution of engineering solutions to similar structural problems? The Paris excavations. When Paris built its metro at the turn of the 20th century, photographs show massive open trenches cutting through city streets. Workers cleared soil, laid masonry, reinforced arches. To some observers, these images resemble archaeological excavations more than new construction. But context matters. Urban tunneling before modern boring machines required digging from above, a method known as cut and cover. Streets were opened, tunnels built, then the road surface restored. What looks like excavation of ancient ruins may simply be the messy reality of pre-modern infrastructure building. Technology, evolution or regression. Another comparison often made involves comfort and design. Beach's pneumatic car appeared refined and luxurious. Early electric subway cars, by contrast, looked industrial and utilitarian. Does this suggest technological decline? Not necessarily. Beach built a short demonstration line designed to impress investors and politicians. Early municipal subway systems, however, prioritized durability and capacity over elegance. One was a showcase. The other, mass transportation. Different purposes. Different aesthetics. So what really happened? There is no credible archaeological evidence of a lost global underground civilization predating 19th century tunnel engineering. What we do have is political resistance in New York politics, financial collapse during the Panic of 1873, rapid technological transition from pneumatic to electric systems, limited preservation culture in early industrial America. Beach's tunnel likely disappeared not because it threatened history, but because it became obsolete. History does not always erase the extraordinary. Sometimes, it simply moves on. The real mystery. Perhaps the true mystery isn't a hidden ancient network beneath our cities. Perhaps it's this. How many ambitious ideas are built, celebrated briefly, and then quietly buried by economics, politics, or changing technology? The streets above us hide forgotten experiments. Not necessarily lost civilizations, but forgotten attempts at the future. And sometimes, that is just as fascinating.